Peace, brothers and sisters in humanity. Today, I brought you a video, a history video, talking about how I can't call it Arabism, right? I can't call it Islam. There's no way. That's how Islam spread, right? This is the Arab conquest of the world, basically. It's the Arab version of the crusades. Okay, you listen to a lot of Arabs talking about the Christian crusades and that, but they're big time liars. Well, they're not liars. It's in their history. It's in their books how they basically conquered most of the world. Right? It's in their books. Right? I couldn't bring you something in Arabic from a cleric talking about this, so I brought you this video from this channel called Kings and Generals. It's quite a good channel actually. He's talking about how Arabism, I can't call it Islam, sorry, but it's not, right? Most of these Arabs think, most of the North Africans think that Islam came to them through mercy and that, but it's in their books, right, how it actually spreads. And most North Africans now, they call themselves Arab for some reason, okay? Because that's why I call it Arabism, right? That's why I call it Arabism. Now, before we start that, the Arab crusades in the world, right? We're gonna bring you some verses from the Quran, okay? That the Prophet came with, right? The Quran that most people don't understand or don't want to read, or they always say, oh, thank God for Islam. They believe that Islam, they actually in the religion of Islam, the religion of God. That's how they become Muslim, because the Arabs brought it to their land, but they actually, that didn't happen, right? They didn't receive the proper Islam. They received Arabism, or this pagan religion. Right, we start with chapters from the Quran, right? You judge, okay? That's what Allah said in His book, and you think however you want, all right? Okay. First one, chapter 21, verse 107. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have sent you out of mercy from us towards the whole world. Surah Saba, chapter 21, I think, verse 28. We have sent you a bearer of good news, as well as a warner, but most people do not know. I like it in the Quran where you use most people, and always most people in the Quran, they do not know, or do not believe, or do not. It's always, the majority always bad in the Quran, right? Now, Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 190. وَقَاتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ الَّذِينَ يُقَاتِلُوكُمْ وَلَا تَعْتَدُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُعْتَدِينَ. You may fight in the cause of Allah those who attack you, but do not transgress. God does not love transgressors. Okay? So, you can fight the people that attacked you, so you can only defend yourself, right? You cannot attack, because God does not love people that attack, okay? Or transgressors, it's up to you. Now, Surah Al-Kafirun, chapter 109, verse 1. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. Say, oh, you disbelievers. Look, he's talking to disbelievers, right? That they actually lived with the Prophet. I do not worship what you worship, nor do you worship what I worship, nor I will ever worship what you worship, nor will you worship what I worship. To you is your religion, and to me is my religion. Okay. Even the people that lived with him didn't believe, right? He didn't tell them nothing. He didn't kill them. He didn't do nothing. He just told them, you have your own religion, and I have my own religion. I leave you alone. You leave me alone. Don't attack me. I don't defend myself. Simples. Surah Al-Ra'd, chapter 13, verse 40. وَإِمَّا نُرِيَنَّكَ بَعْضَ الَّذِي نَعِدُهُمْ أَوْ نَتَوَفَّيْنَكَ فَإِنَّمَا عَلَيْكَ الْبَلَاغُ وَعَلَيْنَا الْحِسَابُ. Whether we show you what we promised them, or terminate your life before that, your sole mission is to deliver the message. It is us we will call them to account, okay? In the afterlife. Okay? He didn't tell him to invade them or kill him or take their wives slaves. Nothing like that. Surah Al-Ghashiyah, chapter 88, verse 21. فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر. Okay? You shall remind, for your mission is to deliver this reminder. You have no power over them. As for those who turn away and disbelieve, God will commit to them to the great retribution. Always afterlife. He didn't ask him to kill him or nothing. Okay? Right. Or spread Islam that way with a sword or nothing. Okay? Now, chapter 18, verse 29, Surah Maryam. وَقُلِ الْحَقَّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. This is the truth from your Lord. Then, whoever will, let him believe, and whoever will, let him disbelieve. It's nothing to do with you again. Alright? Surah Yunus, chapter 10, verse 99. وَلَوْ شَاءَ رَبُّكَ لَآمَنَ مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ كُلُّهُمْ جَمِيعًا أَفَأَنْتَ تُكْرِهُ النَّاسَ حَتَّى يَكُونُوا مُؤْمِنِينَ. Had your Lord willed, all the people on earth would have believed. Do you want to force the people to become believers? Okay. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 256. لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي. There shall be no compulsion in religion. The right way is now distinct from the wrong way. That's it. Can't force people to become Muslim or take money from them or take their women or fight them or anything like that. Surah Ali Imran, chapter 3, verse 159. فبما رحمة من الله لنت لهم ولو كنت فظا غليظ القلب لانفضوا من حولك فاعف عنهم واستغفر لهم وشاورهم في الأمر. It was mercy from God that you become compassionate towards them. Had you been harsh and mean-hearted, they would have abandoned you. See, this is the Quran. There's plenty verses, peace, harmony, forgiveness, mind your own business, let them believe whatever they want to believe, you believe whatever you want to believe, and we deal with them in the afterlife. Plenty. Read the Quran, okay? But, okay, let's have a look at this program.
Here we're able to establish several small...
By the way, it's the same history as the Arab side of it, yeah? So I'm not just bringing you someone who said, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He said it the right way. You read it the other side of the Arabs, it's the same way, okay? So do not come to me and tell me this is not right, this is not proof or whatever. Read your own side of it. Read your own books, okay? And go back to history how they conquered the world, right? The Arabs conquered the world.
Indigenous kingdoms in former Roman territory, worshipping a mixture of Christianity, Judaism, and traditional Berber polytheism.
See, there were people.
Many of these
that had religion. Okay, people that had religion, Judaism, Christianity, the Amazigh religion. Look.
Even after the Eastern Roman Empire reconquered the African coast in 534. However, this independence would be short-lived, as in the faraway deserts of Arabia, a new power was rising. By the time...
So, they were independent people, living a happy life. They didn't attack anyone, right? Living in peace between them. And then what happened? After the death of Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad, he didn't conquer, he didn't fight, he went back to Mecca or to where he used to live, because he used to live there. They kicked him out of it. He didn't leave because he wanted to leave, right? He came back to where he lived. That's all. He didn't conquer nowhere. Do you know what I mean? He didn't go and attack them or kill them or took their money or took their women and things. But wait, his companions that we're supposed to follow from as soon as he died, from Abu Bakr, Umar ibn Khattab, Uthman ibn Affan, Muawiyah, all of them, right? All of them. These people who they always tell you they are actually the best people, they go into heaven and radiyallahu anhum and all this crap, right? Look what they've done.
The Prophet Muhammad's death in 632, his followers had conquered all of Arabia. Nearly immediately afterwards, the Muslims would storm out of their homeland as some of the most efficient conquerors in world history. In 641,
See, you were safe in your land, all right? No one provoked them, or attacked them, or done anything to them. You know that verse? God doesn't like transgressors? That's exactly what they've done.
the armies of Caliph Umar had conquered Byzantine Egypt and quickly turned their gaze westward to the fertile coasts of the Maghreb. The Muslim conquest of North Africa was a long and grueling process that began in 647 and was only completed a full 62 years later. Throughout it all, the Amazigh put up brutally stubborn resistance. Unlike the Eastern Roman, the native
62 years. Right? It's exactly like the Arab version of it. 62 years of killing, taking their money, taking their women, enslaved their man. 62 years. Is this the Quran? Really, is this the Quran? Or is this the Bukhari? Because I'm going to bring you all the hadiths from the Bukhari telling them to do exactly that. So this is ISIS. So why are you blaming ISIS today? And you say, no, they're not Muslims and they're not this and they're not that. That's what ISIS done. All ISIS done is actually practice the Bukhari and Muslim. Like their forefathers done before them, the Arabs. Okay? So do not say ISIS, they're not from you. Because they're exactly from you. They learned everything from Bukhari and Muslim. Right? And they practiced it. But you're hypocrites. Right? You are hypocrites by saying that ISIS, they're not, you have nothing to do with ISIS. Because they practiced your books. At least they practice the Sunnah you say you follow, right? Which is the book of Bukhari and Muslim. But you can't even do that. You can't even admit that you actually, so you practice some of the Sunnah and then you don't practice some of the Sunnah. You're not even Sunnis. You're not even Sunnis or Shia or something. You're not even that, right? The Quran and the Sunnah. You don't even believe in your Sunnah because you use it however you want. Right? That's hypocrisy. Even even between you, and you come in to me, tell me that Islam spread by you know, like words and that. Never spread by that. What they've done everything. Egypt, right? Syria, Palestine, Iraq, the same way, right? The same way. People are scared for them to be invaded, so they converted to Islam. Hypocrites, basically.
tribesmen were well accustomed to the fast-paced desert warfare of their Arab foes and were able to match them toe-to-toe. Perhaps the greatest symbol of Berber resistance was the warrior queen Dahia, who crushed an army of the nascent Umayyad Caliphate near the town of Meskiana in 698. Nevertheless, she was defeated at the Battle of Tabaka, and with her death, the lands of the Berbers were quickly conquered, becoming the Umayyad province Ifriqiya, from the word Africa that the Romans used for the same region. Ironically, the tribal warrior lifestyle that made the Amazigh such fierce foe.
And then what happened? They gave them three choices. You either become a Muslim, or stay in your religion and give us your money, okay, and we can do whatever we want to you, or we kill you. So most of these people, because they can't leave their lands, they're scared about their women, and so they said, all right, we're Muslims anyway. So they become hypocrites. And then that hypocrisy, generation after generation, became the norm, right? And it's actually, that's what is going on at the moment. It's hypocrisy, right? Because you do not know what came to them. And most now Amazighs, right, think, they actually say, North African country, they say the Arabs, right? The language we actually used to speak, our forefathers used to speak, they actually wiped it off. Most of us can't even speak it now, right? And you're telling me this is Islam, right? And please watch the whole video, yeah? Because whatever he's saying is actually the truth. Because he got it from the Arab books, right? And I know my history, right? Because there is another side of history. They're trying to hide it from you. But I know it. And this guy It's showing you exactly what it is, the truth, what happened then. And then he went on to conquer the Spain and some of the Africa and all that. And then they started fighting among themselves. And then they start killing, even when Amazigh accepted Islam, and then they made them pay money as well, the jizya, which is like, that's not even in the Quran. It's in the Quran, but not the way they explained it, the way they actually interpreted it and started using on people that did disbelieve. But where is, the first verses of the Quran I read you, yeah? Where is this from this? Where is the Quran from this? And you're all proud. Oh, Alhamdulillah, thank God for Islam. You didn't receive Islam. You received Arabism without you thinking. That's why you all look like Arabs. And you forgot all your language and your history. They made you forget your history. And then came the Ottoman after that, and then the French after that, and we become like a country, or whoever wants to come to us and just invite us and kill our women, and we become a joke. Because why? Because we really don't believe in Allah. We're not worshipping Allah. Because we worship Arabs and their clerics. That's why. That's why we live in poverty, and we live all that hatred and killing each other and all that. Because we don't really worship God. We're idolizing Arabs with God, and all these clerics and people with beards and a Bukhari and Muslim. This is the truth. Whether you don't want to believe it, or you want to put your head under the sand, right, like an ostrich, it's up to you. But this is the truth. You should know. You didn't receive Islam. You received Arabism, right? They conquered our lands. They made our women slaves. They killed our fathers and forefathers with a sword, right? That's the truth. And now you believe whatever you want. Call me stupid. Call me whatever you want, right? But this is the truth. You can hide, right? You can hide today, but when you die, you know what's going on. Peace.